Right away, you can feel the judge isn't just processing paperwork. He's trying to understand the truth. Something about this case doesn't sit right with him, especially that drug amount. And when a judge pauses like that, it usually means this isn't going to be a routine sentencing.
Which is apparently supported. He denied that. I don't think it was packaging. I think it was meth, unless you can disabuse me of that, Mr. Gibson. No one's here from the prosecutor's office for the sentence. Stoney Summy from the county veterans assistant.
This is where the case shifts from legal to deeply human. A veteran struggling with depression, possibly replacing one addiction with another. And that syringe detail, that's not just evidence, that's a warning sign. It tells the court this isn't casual use, this is escalation.
Your Honor, I had nowhere near 9 grams of methamphetamines. It was in a wooden box that he weighed the scale on, so that's where the extra weight came from.
That's what you said. Can you confirm that, Mr. Gibson?
Well, it says, I don't see a lab report, but it says that he weighed, it says in the report, wooden box containing 9.3 grams of methamphetamine. The chunk was weighed outside of the box at Three Rivers Police Department. It also field tested positive, sent to MSP for lab testing. So I guess, I don't know. I mean, it does, it does sound like it's saying that it's 9.3 grams of meth.
That's impossible.
Well, we'll see. One of the problems is that, and it's not necessarily a problem, but this was done so quickly that it didn't, we have time to get the lab report back, but the officer is explicit that it was the drugs. You got somebody in the car, she has open warrants for her, she gets arrested and taken to Pawpaw on her charges, and you're taken to our jail. You owe money in a domestic violence case, 222360, and a drinking driving case, 231374. I think you did 93 days on the drunk driving case.
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't made any payments since January or February. You did call in May and say that you didn't have the ability to pay, and you tried to. Your money was being spent on methamphetamine rather than this stuff. So here we are. You've been in jail for 9 days, which is a good start. Mr. Gibson, what would you like me to know?
Well, the defendant...
The defense is clearly trying to paint a picture of hope. Treatment, jobs, structure, it's all there. And honestly, you can hear it. This isn't someone denying everything. This is someone who knows they're in trouble. The question is that enough?
One thing I can do is wipe out some of these fines with the time you've been in jail. Mr. Lockhart, what would you like me to know?
What my attorney said.
This might be the most real moment in the entire hearing. When he talks about his son, that's not legal strategy, that's fear. That's someone seeing the version of themselves they never wanted to become. But here's the hard truth. In court, words matter, but patterns matter more.
For someone that's got a serious alcohol addiction.
No, Your Honor, it's not.
All right, I'm going to wipe out the fail to pay fines and costs and interfering with the crime report and 22276 9 days credit, 9 days. I'm going to wipe out the fail to pay fines and costs in the drinking driving case. 9 days credit, 9 days. Leaving 0 and 0 fine. So those two things
And the judge brings it right back to reality. Addiction doesn't care about promises, especially with something this strong, and especially when it's being injected. That's the kind of detail judges don't ignore.
You can go with a court officer.
Now you hear the future he wants. Jobs, stability, a second chance. And it sounds good. It always does in moments like this. But the court has to decide based on risk, not potential. This is where things tighten. The judge starts connecting the dots. Contradictions, excuses, technicalities. And then comes the legal reality. It doesn't even matter as much whether it was 1 gram or 9. The law sees it the same way. That's a tough moment for any defendant to hear.